Hi everyone, it's Alex Cummings coming at you again. Radio Free Gastonia, the internet's #1 source for emergency history content. Um, we're coming to the end of a very difficult semester. Um, we are not coming to the end of a very difficult time in our lives. It seems like that's going to be continuing for a while. So I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Hi. Um, Students that have been in our classes, students that are part of our programs, just our friends, our coworkers, your colleagues, your peers. Um, I wanted to mention a quote by Simone Weil, which is a French philosopher that we talked about at the beginning of the semester when we read that thing about like walking into the labyrinth. And what Weil said is, this is back in like the late 30s, early 40s. The artist, the scholar, the philosopher, the contemplative should really admire the world and pierce through the film of unreality that veils it and makes of it, for nearly all men and nearly every moment of their lives, a dream or a stage set. They ought to do this, but more often they can't manage it. He who is aching in every limb, worn out by the effort of a day of work, that is to say, a day when he has been subject to matter, bears the reality of the universe in his flesh like a thorn. The difficulty for him is to look and to love. If he does, he loves the real. And what Simone is saying here in her very, I think what she's saying, in her very strange and gnomic way, is that the pain we experience and the suffering we experience is a contact with the world. It's a consequence of our just existing at all. If we didn't feel this, we would in some ways not exist. So, I mean, the things that we've lost, the people we've lost, the suffering that you've experienced, your families, your neighbors, your friends, can't be undone. It's just here. It's a fact in the world, and it can't be undone. But like all of this brings us into a more bracing and direct understanding of what the human experience is, which I think is a large part of why we study history. I don't know if that's like the main reason, but this is a contact with the world, as Simone puts it. This has been a very difficult time in all of our lives, and back in May, I honestly didn't think it was going to be going this long, but it is. But we've, like, when we talk about, like, scholars, philosophers, contemplatives, who admire the world, who want to pierce through the film of unreality that veils it, that's what we're trying to do. Like, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing graduate degrees or studying or writing or researching, is because we brought ourselves together to understand these things better and to be with each other on a difficult journey. This is not optimal. This is not the best situation. This is not really how grad school should be at this abnormal times. But I don't know. Like we're here together with each other. To get through it. And I think we have. I mean, there's a lot of really great people that are in this program. New students, old students, faculty, staff. And we've been here for each other to get through this great loneliness, really. I mean, loneliness is not an affliction in the way that like having COVID or cancer or a broken leg is an affliction, but it still hurts, right? Simone Weil talks a lot about the concept of affliction, but that's a little bit more complicated. I wanted to just close this out by quoting Chloe Watlington, who wrote the essay "Who Owns Tomorrow" that I asked some of my students to look at the end of the semester. And what Watlington says is, it is not inevitable that we will weather the storm. We have to find each other inside the storm and fight our way out of it somehow. In order to defeat the sicknesses that have been imposed on us, we, the sick, We'll have to be the ones who fight. We must go to war against our own decline. No one else will do it for us. We have to carve out the spaces for a fuller human flourishing, and so on. This is so true, in my opinion. We have to go to war for ourselves. We have to fight to survive because, as Watlington says at the end of her essay, trust me when I say that the other option is much worse. What are we going to do? Not survive? Well, that's very ugly and dark and sad. And everybody who's in our classes, everybody who's in our community, as a university or a department, everybody's survived a lot. We're survivors. We get through things. We keep getting knocked down and we keep getting back up because what else are you going to do? So I just want to say that I really appreciate so much getting to spend time with you guys. It meant a lot to me to get to know everyone this fall and also last spring as well. And again, when we start over in January, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. I love reading your essays, your portfolios, getting a window into your life, and you know what you've done, what you're doing, what you will do. So we will fight our way out of this, I think. Anyway, this is me signing off. Radio Free Gastonia. Thanks for coming along for the ride. All right, bye.